If you're cis and you won't date trans folks, you're transphobe.
Hello and welcome. Now, 1.03% of the US population identify as trans or non binary. 97.5% identify as cisgender. It also says that adults under the age of 30 are more likely to be trans or binary. I wonder why. Also, 50.4% of the US population is female. So, why are we turning our world upside down for such a small number of people? For people who are delusional entitled, they have the inability to regulate their emotions or to accept reality. And it makes you wonder who is behind this. Now, I wrote a paper on Medium. 2 people complained and they took it down because I mentioned this group. So go on ahead and look them up. You don't have to take something away from someone else in order for you to feel validated. This reminds me of the story written by American science fiction writer Kurt Vonnegut Jr., where he demonstrates this in a story named Harrison Bergeron. Now, it's a dystopian literature, and it begins in 2081, where everyone is finally equal. No one was smarter than anyone else. No one was better looking, stronger. No one was quicker than anyone else. All this equality was due to the 211th, 212th, and 213th Amendments to the Constitution. Now, this is a society that has achieved perfect equality by forcing everyone down to the lowest common denominator. So, if you were smarter than the least smart person, you'd have to wear a headset that would give you intense migraines every few minutes. That way, you couldn't take unfair advantage of your big brain. If you were too beautiful, you had to wear a hideous mask. Now, these handicaps could never be removed, and attempting to do so meant life in prison. So everyone was indeed perfectly equal. And this is a picture of the handicapper general who had a police force to ensure that everyone obeyed the strict equality of their society. So in this story, he's basically saying that equality is not always good. Now, I think what people really want is equity. I just don't think that equality is possible. Is a child equal to an adult? Is a person with an IQ of 80 equal to someone with an IQ of 180? Now, when you look up the word equal, it says being the same in size, degree, quantity, or value. So, is this man and woman the same? Is this child and mother equal? Does a scientist and a real estate agent have the same value? Who would be more valuable in an apocalypse? Is an art major or a STEM major more valuable? Are fabricated minority groups equal to American descendants of slaves? These are questions many individuals would rather not hear the solutions to. Should a man be a leader simply because of his sex? What if he is a bad decision maker? Have you ever noticed how many beta males choose alpha females as partners? You see, some people seek traits in other people in which they lack. Is it logical for a woman with an IQ of 180 to stay at home reading the Berenstain Bears every day simply because she's a woman? Sometimes, because of these gender roles, we end up putting undue pressure on people when we force them to try and fit roles that fall outside of their natural skill sets and talents. So, equality gives those outliers an opportunity. It says, hey, even though it isn't common for someone like you to be in this role, we'll humor you. Equality prevents you from keeping people down. It gives people opportunities and choices. It says that your class should not dictate how well you are treated because there was a time where people were terrible. It gave people the ammo and permission to treat others badly. It encouraged classism, prejudice, and discrimination. So equality kind of puts people in their place to say, hey, you can't treat someone like this just because of their station in life. Just think how peasants were treated. So even though all of this may be true, somehow it makes people believe that they're actually equal. So is there a difference between being equal and having equal opportunity? Is the word equal too confusing of a word and should it be replaced? Or Or are people just simply delusional? Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, if anyone is curious as to why some of these people have trouble regulating their emotions and accepting reality and truth, please check out this video from BDell 1014 where he breaks this down and explains, and you can find this around the 1508 mark. I will be posting the link down in my description box. Thank you so much for listening.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.